Okay, so now you click presents. It should open up.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You can control with the arrows, right?
My topic is social interaction of Swiss and American culture. How is Swiss culture different from American culture? Well, Swiss culture is different from American culture because of their ways of greeting, interactions, and getting together. In Swiss culture, it takes longer for Swiss people to get to know each other than Americans do. For example, you don't get invited over to people's houses that easily. It can take several weeks, months, or years for that to happen. Small children and teenagers will get invited to each other's houses way more often than adults would. For example, I have a Swiss friend named Joanne. I go over to her house, and she comes over to my house. Our parents know each other, but they never really invite each other over. The Swiss are more close. It's due to their culture. Americans are more open to their people coming over to their houses because they like having people. It's like a warm feeling. Swiss greeting is different from American greeting. In Swiss greeting, it's very important to greet people you meet or you see, because otherwise it's considered to be rude. And when two women greet, they give 3 air kisses on the cheek. When men greet, they shake their hands. And when women and men greet together, they'll give 3 air kisses on the cheek. In Swiss culture, there are 2 grammatical forms of greeting. The first one is called vous voyez. Vous voyez is used to when you don't know someone that well, or when you first meet that person. It shows respect. After several weeks, months, or years, that person will let you know you can tutoyer them. Tutoyer is less formal and casual, is used when you know that person well. For example, vous voyez is comment allez-vous? The vous stands for vous voyez, and an example for tu is comment vas-tu? Because the tu is for the tutoyer. And small children and teenagers will never use vous voyez with each other. They will always use tutoyer. Another example of social interaction is when you go out in Swiss culture, when you go out for dinner and you have a glass of wine, is to raise your glass and look at each other in the eye. It shows politeness. Americans are more intimate with their greeting. They like touching, hugging, but the Swiss they don't like touching or hugging as much. Swiss and American Swiss getting together and American social interaction are different. In Swiss culture, people like to go out, like when they first get to know each other, like to go out for dinner or for a glass of wine or at a bar. Another way of Swiss social interaction is in every Swiss city and towns, they have clubs, not party clubs, dancing clubs, but like activity and social clubs. For example, here in Mason, we have like tennis clubs, ski clubs, even automobile clubs. And people pay memberships for a whole year round, and they're required to participate, help organize these events, and be there to help with these events. Americans like to get to know each other by inviting them over to their houses. They just are more open to their households. The Swiss are more conservative about their homes. And strangers. If you're in America, and it's more likely for a stranger to come up to you and start a conversation. Meanwhile, in Swiss culture, rare occasions that a stranger will come up to you and start a conversation. In my conclusion, even though Swiss and American culture have many cultural ideas in common, they also have many cultural differences, such as reading, interaction, and getting together. If you are a newcomer or American visiting Switzerland, don't assume that you will be close to that person. It'll take time. And by using the proper formal language to the person you first meet and always greeting them. And hopefully from learning all this, that Swiss Americans can interact with each other easier. And here's my image source.
Thank you very much, and that's what else happened. So you're Swiss, you have Swiss nationality and American nationality, right? Okay. Interesting. Any questions for the presenter?